Hey guys, thank you for watching. We're here at Micro & Co, Scalp Micro Pro, and today's episode we have our friend Justin from Roanoke, Virginia, and he's gonna give us his testimonial on his scalp micropigmentation procedure. So, Justin, talk to me. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel wonderful. I feel confident. I feel 15 years younger. Thrilled with the process, thrilled with you, thrilled with Fabricio, thrilled with everything. 10 out of 10 for the whole experience, quite frankly. So very happy with it, brother. Very happy.
So tell me a little bit about your journey. Like, when did you started losing your hair?
It was odd. It almost seemed like it happened overnight, but then you see pictures of your past and you see it slowly starts fading. It's weird. I think a lot of men go through what I did, where you're going through high school, you're going through grade school, and you've got nice hair, and then one day you kind of look in the shower and you wash, you go like this, you look in a picture and think, man, this is odd. Where's this going? But I would say maybe 5 or so years ago, it really hit me hard that I had a terrible horseshoe. It's actually pretty pronounced, and it's a confidence killer. It kind of hurts you because you're young at heart and you feel good, but from the outside you feel like you're an older man, but you're not there yet. So met with Fabricio, talked about the process, the procedure, how it would go. You guys made it seamless, made it enjoyable, quite frankly. The whole process is enjoyable. So after a couple of visits and seamless visits, here we are, and I couldn't be happier, brother. Couldn't be happier with it.
Was it worth it driving 2 hours away?
Oh, I was driven 20 hours away. What are we talking about? Absolutely. No, put me on a plane, I'd fly it. Absolutely. It's the drive, everything, and it's an exciting journey. It's one where it gives you hope, and then when you drive away, you can't wait to come back and do it again. So it's one it's been, I kind of wish we were still going, but at the same time, I'm just so thrilled with it where we're at. I love it. Can't speak highly enough.
So what was one of the things that you could say in the beginning of the process? How did you feel when you saw scalp micropigmentation? Like, what was your first impression?
To be completely honest, doubtful. I think as men, we are all like, what do we see? We look up online. You see creams, you see all this stuff. You think it's going to work, and then you see SMP, and you're like, okay, I can understand. And there's an artistry to this. You guys have countless hours and checks in what you do and you see, and all these skill levels that you've worked on, and you have those skills now. But I'd say originally I was like, okay, well, let's see how this goes. There's a little bit of doubt and fear because maybe I've been disappointed before, but after the first session, I'm like, oh my God, I can see the potential and see where we're going with this. And after a few visits, here we are, where I feel like I've got hair again. I do. So
this is actually one of the things that I want to say. For a lot of our patients that we see coming through here, after the first session, I like to hear their feedback from their friends, their family, or people that come across to them that they say, hey, you look different. A lot of people, like, what was some of the reactions that you had from your peers, from your friends or family, or people at work?
Family immediately, they kind of double take at you again. They can't quite figure out what it is. It's, what's different about you. You look great. Have you been lifting weights? Have you taking care? What are you doing differently? Yeah. And you open up a little bit to those that your loved ones, and tell them what's going on, and then they see and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then the coworkers and the people you work with that maybe you don't see quite often, they look at you and they're trying to figure it out because it is so natural. Right. It's a part of you. It's hard to really tell what's happening unless you are open about it and want to talk about it. So I'll say that you definitely see people noticing that you look good, and it's very complimentary. People are complimentary with you. But the beautiful thing about this is it's so, for me specifically, and I've seen this, it's so natural looking that you have to tell people, what's happened here. But no, I'd say the results are easily noticeable.
Another important question. Have you had anybody say, hey, why don't you let your hair grow?
A couple. I've had two. Maybe you should grow your hair out. I'm like, no, I like buzzing my head. This is the style I go for. So I think the best compliment I've had is where I've had to legitimately point out or pull up old photos of me and show where I was at just a couple months ago before meeting you two gentlemen. And it's kind of a gut check, because then you see yourself and you're like, oh my God, look how far we've come. And it's a confidence builder. I feel younger, and I am a young man at heart, but I feel younger. I feel confident. I'm excited. and it's just an overall great moral boost. It feels great. It just feels great, man. It's hard
So
to say.
for those that are still on the fence, what's an advice that you would give them from your experience and also from how you feel now, and if they have any questions, or what are the advice that you would say to someone that's still skeptical about scalp micropigmentation?
Come have a conversation with you guys. Come have a talk. It's worth it. I'll speak nothing but high things because I love my work so much and what you guys have done for me. But the hardest part's probably taking that jump. There's doubts, there's fears, there's thinking, what do I do here? What if it? But have the conversation and trust the process. I mentioned artistry earlier. There is an art to this. There's a unique art where there's experience in these rooms and in these walls, and they know what's going to look best for you and what your style is. So it's customizable, and what the style is, like I mentioned, it's customizable. At the same time, as there's an artistry to this, and I'll say the gentlemen that do this for a living, and specifically you, Victor, and Fabricio, you know that artistry, and you have the hours and countless times of experience, and it shows. It shows. So take the jump. Take the jump. You'll be thrilled with it. You'll be happy. You'll see the results. You'll enjoy the process too. Processes can be intimidating at times, and I enjoyed my experience. I had a great time. The TV was on. We had a good time. We chat. We laugh. And we have fun with it. So I'd say overall, take the lead.
That's one thing I actually want to agree with you, because when it comes to SMP, you have to actually have the patience. Patience is key. A lot of times on the first session, it might not go as dense as how you want it to look, but you just have to trust the process. A lot of you guys have different lifestyles that it also takes in consideration on the results during the process. But yeah, thank you so much, Justin.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, sir.
I'm happy that you came through. Happy that you're leaving, satisfied with our work. And thanks to Fabricio, his work is amazing. And I can't wait to to see some of you guys coming through for a consultation. I'm gonna put a link below for you guys, so you guys can reach out to us. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.